OakTreeDipper. Look at that guy. Bobby Stoker. Long cut straight. Nice maroon, red. Usually cans of straight dip have this kind of color scheme. This can itself is Stoker's cans are always quality, very sturdy bottom, nice top, nice little raised rim there to keep the lid from popping off on you. Yeah, nice classy logo. All their cans look great. You know, all of them look just like this. Just the mint one has blue, the wintergreen has green, the natural has like I think a beige color, and the fine cut natural has it's a red. I have a can somewhere in my tower of cans, but it's a really nice looking can. It's the best one for sure. But yeah, beautiful maroon color, good looking can, always a quality product from Stoker's. Nice raised little Stoker's label. Banding, branding, all that jazz. Warning, smokeless tobacco is fucking awesome. That's right. And on the back, stokersnuff.com. This can is well in date. It's like got 6 months on it, I think. National Tobacco Company, Louisville, Kentucky. We're right next door to Lexington, Kentucky, where I spent, fuck, my hair's fucked up, a good lot of my my youth with my cousins, my aunt and uncle. So yeah, OakTreeDipper asked if I would do a review of Stoker Straight. And I think I've done one before, but here we are today. So it's all good. I want to have a dip, and this is what I want to dip, so it's all good, brother. Yeah, so in the can, I've had a few pinches out of this, but this is what the product looks like. Stoker's has, for those of you who have an interest in smokeless tobacco but haven't tried a lot of different kinds of smokeless tobacco before, Stoker's is known for its incredibly long cut. You know, like no other dip could you do that with, other than maybe the Gold River. You know, yeah, like you can just, you know, often when you pack it and you pack it and you pull out a pinch, if it's a new can, you'll pull out like half the can kind of thing, right? So we'll get some in here. It's just such a beautiful product. It's like, see, like half it fell off. That's the dip I pulled out, and half of it fell off. Luckily, I caught it. Stoker's makes quality products. Not sponsored, not looking for a sponsorship. But Stoker's makes quality products across the board. All of their dip products are the best, pretty much. You know, I would pick Stoker's Wintergreen over any other Wintergreen, Stoker's Mint over any other Mint, Stoker's Straight over any other Straight, and the only fine cut natural, or the only natural dip I would choose over Stoker's is Copenhagen Snuff. But that's just because that's like I love that dip. I love my Copenhagen Snuff. And you know, and I'm someone who you know, especially living in Canada where my options are very limited on what I can get. You know, we can only get Skol in Copenhagen, and we can only get really straight natural Southern blend and something called Skol Dark that's only available here in Canada. It's very limited what you can get. And most stores only even carry a couple of those, you know. So I'm used to dipping the Copenhagen snuff. Like it's it's the finest cut dip you can get, I think. You know, and I'm used to dipping Copenhagen, because if I'm not buying Copenhagen Snuff, I'm usually buying Copenhagen Long Cut. and it's the long cuts on Copenhagen are kind of more of a mid cut, you know. So I like fine cut dip. I like it a lot. I usually dip a finer cut dip over a longer cut dip, but Stoker's is the exception. Yeah, I would always choose Stoker's pretty much in any situation where I had an array of dip to choose from, you know, which is sometimes the case, you know. So yeah, that's it for you know. Oh well, yeah, I should talk about how it tastes and stuff too. Fucking review with no review. Now straight dip confuses me all to hell. I don't know why it's called straight. I don't know where that name comes from. I don't know why. Now some people describe straight dips. A lot of people just don't like straight dip. I like it, but it's not my all-time favorite. But I like it. And some people think it tastes like barbecue sauce. Some people think it tastes like smoky. Some people think it tastes just sweet. I think it tastes like root beer. And RealTalkStudios told me, I think it was him, said he thinks straight dip mostly tastes like licorice, which makes a lot of sense because they actually use licorice in the making of root beer. I used to make root beer from scratch at the restaurant I used to own, and yeah, we use licorice, lots of licorice in the root beer recipe. So yeah, it's got a real, and like it's funny. I was over visiting my children the other day, and they had a bag of gummy those little gummy bottles, gummy soda bottles that you snack on, and they were root beer. They were root beer of gummy soda bottles, and I ate one, and it felt like I was chewing on a gummy straight dip. It was really, I felt validated in my perception at that point. So yeah, if you've never tried straight dip and and you're going, what's that dip that's called straight? Why is it called straight? And what does it taste like? It tastes basically like root beer. You know, it's got hints of wintergreen, hints of licorice, hints of nutmeg, hints of anise, smoke, like kind of a hickory smoke almost, but not like that shitty natural, like they're the fucking liquid smoky, not that shit. You know, and it's sweet. It is very sweet. So yeah, it kind of, and it's a bit bitter. You know what I mean? Like it's a really interesting flavor profile because it kind of touches on all aspects. It's, you know, it's bitter, it's sweet, it's not really sour. It's not sour at all, but it covers a lot of ground when it comes to, it doesn't just taste like one thing. You know what I mean? Depending on what you've eaten that day or what you're thinking of, that can alter your perception of the straight dip as well, I think. But anyhow, it's good. It's real good. Stoker's makes the best straight out of any straight, as far as I'm concerned. You know, the other kind of top runners are Grizzly, Copenhagen, and Skull. And Timberwolf straight is actually really good. I love Timberwolf dip. Every Timberwolf dip I've had, if they put a metal lid on the can, it would be a contender in the premium world, you know. Yeah, I would say in Canada, if I was to go buy a can of straight dip in Canada, I'd probably choose Skull over Copenhagen because Copenhagen's really sweet. And I like this because it's not as sweet as Copenhagen. You know what I mean? It's right down the middle when it comes to straight dips. Anyhow, so yeah, so there you go. So yeah, OakTreeDipper. I promised you a Stoker's straight review, so there you go. I hope you're doing fucking awesome. Thank you so much to all the new people who've subscribed and commented on things. I've gotten some really lovely comments from people. Orion Star, Tamara. There's a longer name. It's like Adventures. I'm sorry. I have a brain like a sieve. I'm gonna do another shout out video soon. I did one last week. I'm gonna do another one soon. Adventure. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyhow, No Bluff Buff, Louisiana Man 38, Ben Case, Suit and Tie Different Shoe Guy, Hillary Thompson, of course. Anyhow, I've been getting a lot of nice feedback lately, and I really appreciate it. And I'm very grateful for all my new viewers. And I'm grateful to check out all your channels too. I've seen some really cool stuff on YouTube this week that I've never even knew existed. So thank you very much for all that. I hope you're all having a great weekend, and I hope you be well and always stay free.